to donate his brain was, it was just something we were going to do. We wanted to have any kind of research done that they could. And I remember being in that room at the hospital when the doctor told us. And I remember saying to the doctor, this is within minutes of finding out that my son had died. And I said to him, how do we make sure that his brain gets donated? And it was that day or the day after that we spoke to his neurologist, and I told her the same thing. And she said, I'll take care of it. And in terms of the logistics of what we had to do, I really don't remember. Again, it's all kind of a
Nothing.
fog those days, but we didn't do anything.
Nothing.
They were the Roberts program at Boston Children's Hospital. They were able to take his brain and do a more in-depth autopsy, and they were able to donate the tissue to a library of sorts where his brain will be used for research, for as long as possible.
As long as possible, yeah.
And it was just always it was what was happening.
Yeah.
There was no question. That was what was happening.
And when did we get the first, when did they first reach out to us, the first report?
A year later is when we were able to sit down. It was almost exactly a year later.
Yeah.
We were able to sit down with the doctors from the Roberts program and get a more in-depth look into what his brain really consisted of. And they were able to see things that they had never seen in anyone else's brain before.
Never.
And they were able to tell us some answers that we needed to hear. In my mind, and I know we've talked about this, but it was always a matter of, are we giving him too many meds? Are we giving him too much of this or too little of this? Is that what's causing it? And for them to be able to sit down and say, after doing such an in-depth, look into his brain, that no, his disease that he had deteriorated his brain. And that's what it was. It wasn't anything that we did. And
they said there was absolutely nothing that we could have done to change the outcome. What they did say is that, and again, this woman here, his quality of life helped prolong his life. And that's a testament to Lindsay, Danny, all the nurses. I helped a little bit, but he was just surrounded by so many great people. Yeah. And I'm forever grateful to all those people.
Yeah, that was so important for us to just be able to meet with those doctors and just know that, like the legacy of Quinlan is not over, and that's so important to us. And
I mean,
in our
just
story,
just the mere fact that these people examine brains for a living, and this kid's been alive for 2.5 years, and they've never seen anything like his brain. It's just a testament in itself.
Talk about proud parents. And it sounds so, he's not here with us anymore, but he's with us, and we remain so proud of him.
He's here.
Yeah, it's so unique, but it can bring a smile to our face